From the Saitama Super Arena in Japan, welcome to the biggest fight event on the planet. It's Fields Dynamite 2009, and we are set for a super New Year's Eve extravaganza as only Dynamite can do. Hello everybody, I'm Michael Chavallo. Welcome once again to Dynamite. We were sold out 1.5 weeks ago. 37,000 people will fill this massive auditorium. Saitama being open to capacity for the first time since it hosted the FIBA World Basketball Championships back in 2006. I am excited. I know my two verbal sparring partners are as well. Let me introduce them. It is a star-studded cast. First of all, the Mad Monkey, the host of MTV's Bully Beatdown, Strike Force, and Dream superstar Jason Mayhem Miller. Mayhem, great to be here with you, brother.
Hey, great to be here with you guys, legends of the voice. I can't believe to be here. Thank you very much.
And as always, my regular verbal sparring partner, former UFC and Pride star, the sexy beast #1 Guy Mezger. Brother, great to be here with you.
I love being here, guys, but this is going to be an interesting predicament for me. Normally, I just have to see what politically incorrect thing you can say. Now I have to be careful about what, I got double duty here. I need hazard pay is what I need.
There is no bigger fight event on the planet than Dynamite. It kicked off in 2002 when 91,000 people filled the National Arena here in Tokyo when Pride and FEG K-1 joined forces. Tonight we see two organizations again joining forces. It is now Dream and Sengoku. And what a strange and brilliant happening this is, Mayhem, because this would be the equivalent in the United States, let's say, of UFC versus Strikeforce. Here in Japan, the two big ones and two of the top 4 organizations in the world, Dream and Sengoku. It's crazy.
It's unreal. I mean, it's great, and it's a great way to see who's got the best and really test it right there in the ring.
We have, of course, 9 fights, Dream versus Sengoku, but the big talking point, the mixed martial arts debut of the Beijing Olympic gold medalist in judo, Shota Ishida. He takes on the 1992 Barcelona gold medalist, Hiroya Yoshida. Old school versus new school. Ishii's power versus the experience of Yoshida. Sexy beast Guy Mezger, how will this one go down?
Well, I'm leaning towards Ishii, obviously, here. We just have a younger, stronger fighter. And the new style judo, I think, translates better to MMA than the older style that Yoshida's gone to. So really, it's an old style judo versus a new style of judo. So it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out.
And of course, folks, as I said, 9 fights, Sengoku versus Dream. We've got some of the cream of the crop. We've got Shibata and Izumi, Takaya Omigawa, Maha Sakurai Gono is going to be epic. So too, Manhoff and Masaaki could be fight of the night. Tokoro takes on the last-minute replacement, Jongman Kim. Crusher Kawajiri and Yokota. Kid versus Kanahara. Over in Fujita, Aoki versus Hirota. Let's take a look at some of the other fights a little bit more in depth now. It is a star-studded card, as I said. First of all, let's take a look at some of the matchups of the Dream versus Sengoku. Let's take a look also at the final of the Super Hulk tournament. And then, of course, our main event of the night, the retirement of the legend, Masato. The only other Japanese K-1 Max champion takes on the only man to have beaten him twice. The only man Masato has never beaten in Andy Sauer. Mayhem, this one is going to be off the hook in the main event.
Oh, yeah. I mean, definitely. These guys have history, and nothing is better than a fight with history. I say Masato takes it for the first time against a guy he lost to twice.
And Guy, I know that you're saying maybe Andy Sauer could make it a hat trick against Masato here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, Andy Sauer, listen, he's got a lot to prove to get back in the top of the game. But, to be honest, I'm leaning towards Masato, too. I just think that it's his night.
Another one that I'm really looking forward to here tonight, and you know that around the world they're looking forward to it, the final of the Super Hulk tournament, Minowa Man versus Sokuju. This one is going to be epic. If there's any question as to who I'm going for here tonight, let me show you. Minowa Man. I've got the red Speedos out tonight. It's going to be a fist pump Minowa Man style, but it is going to be no easy task taking on Sokuju. I mean, seriously, Mayhem, on paper, all the advantage goes to Sokuju.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, Sokuju is such a fierce competitor. Minowa Man, does he have the tools to do it? We will see tonight.
Can he do it, Guy? Can he pull off a Cinderella story? Can he make it a fairy tale ending here tonight?
Well, speaking of fairies, about fairies, I got to sit next to you with red trunks on. But to answer that thing, you know, listen, if Minnow Man, he's notorious for being real resilient. If he could take this fight to the later things, he may be able to finish him. I think the first 2 rounds, it's definitely Sokuju.
Okay, it is the final of the Super Hulk tournament. Minnow Man versus Sokuju. Just one of the many star-studded fights on tonight's card. 19 fights in total. 9 of them a dream versus Sengoku. How is it going to go down? Kid Yamamoto takes on Kanehara here tonight. A must-win fight for the Kid. He is 0-2 in 2009. 2 fights Kid should not have lost. First of all against Joe Warren at Dream 9 in the Featherweight Grand Prix, and then knocked out by the relatively unknown Korean Muay Thai fighter Jae-hee Chun. Mayhem, Kid has to win it or his stock will plummet.
This is do or die. If Yamamoto doesn't come out with this one, man, he may as well start selling wontons on the side of the street.
But I tell you what, Guy Mezger, Kanehara is a spoiler. He makes good fighters look average. He came through, won the Sengoku title as a 17-1 underdog.
Yeah, I think this is a tough. I think this is a tough one here. I don't. You know, this is a toss-up. Yes, Kid needs to do better. It's a tough one to call on this one. It's one of the better fights on the card.
Okay, folks, the lights have gone down here at the Saitama Super Arena. We're about to get underway for the opening ceremony of the biggest fight event on the planet. You've been waiting for it. Here it is. The Fields Dynamite 2009 is finally happening. The man behind the mask is, of course, Kazushi Sakuraba. And he is giving a message here to Masato. He is saying, Masato, today you leave this ring for good. Our styles may be different, but both of us dreamed of becoming fighters. A dream that came true. We both hate to lose and want to be the best. But it isn't as easy as just wanting it. This road is hard. It's got its heartbreak, its sacrifices, and it hurts. But it hurts more to lose. Masato, you have made K-1 Max what it is. You made the sacrifices. You fought through the pressure. And tonight, as you retire, you retire the sport's biggest superstar. And you've chosen to go out on top. You are the #1 fighter in K-1 Max. And you've spawned a generation of fans across the world following your epic feats. I wish you good luck here tonight for your retirement fight. May you go out as #1. Heartfelt words here from Sakuraba. Sakuraba just highlighting the feats of Masato. And not only his in-ring feats, but also those feats outside of the ring. Top television ratings, of course, on TBS in Japan that broadcasts K-1 Max, one of the commercial carriers here in Japan. Opening up K-1 Max indeed to the rest of the world in those epic contests he's had in the past against the likes of Buakaw back in 2007. Winning the title for a second time in 2008 against Koshienko in the final at the Budokan. Of course, Masato was the first ever Japanese fighter to hold a K-1 World Championship of any description. No Japanese heavyweight has ever won a K-1 Grand Prix title. And now Sakuraba saying thank you to the fans for your support of Masato over the years. There is a huge section of this arena that is the Masato cheering section. Sakuraba saying thank you to the fans. You make the fighting bigger and better. And wishing Masato all the very best of luck. It's a shame he's injured and he won't be fighting here tonight, Sakuraba. One of the men who Dynamite has been built around. And always it is great to see the demigod in center ring. And he is receiving a lavish ovation. He now becomes Maestro Sakuraba. Guys, someone you're very familiar with, a former opponent of yours. You've got to love him, don't you, Kazushi Sakuraba? Not only for his in-ring fighting ability, but also his antics, and such a popular figure.
Well, you know, really the nice thing about this guy is, besides being just genuinely, truly a nice guy, he loves what he does. I mean, he really, he pushes this sport in a light, you know, let's face it, you know, most pro fighters, you know, have a reputation of being these mean guys, even though they're not, you know. And he is generally a good guy, fun guy, makes the sport fun, you know, and he's a tremendous ambassador for the fight game.
Listen, if I didn't say that I'm getting a little choked up right now, I would be lying. Because Sakuraba, one of the lead influences of a young mayhem.
It is the pomp, it is the pageantry, it is the spectacle that is only Dynamite every New Year's Eve. This is my 4th time commentating Dynamite live. And I'll tell you what, if this doesn't get you excited, if this doesn't make the emotions boil, then seriously, you don't have a pulse. Have a look around this arena here. 37,000. Mayhem, a lot of people have said Japanese mixed martial arts has hit troubled times, but I'll tell you what, brother, not with 37,000 people sold out a week and a half ago.
You would not know it by looking here. Good Lord. This place is packed out. Saitama Arena that unfolds into this capacity. Nearly 40,000 people packed in to watch.
This arena that has hosted the likes of concerts by Mariah Carey, the Black Eyed Peas, Radiohead, Coldplay. It's hosted former Pride events, it hosts Dream, but it has only ever been open to capacity back for the Basketball World Championships in 2006 and tonight for Dynamite 2009. Guy Mezga, being here right now, there is nowhere else on Mother Earth I would rather be.
You know, I'll be honest, it's fun to watch the choir here with all the, if you look in there, all the fighters are actually in the choir. Gary Goodrich and a few other guys. That's cracking me up. This is only the spectacle that Dynamite dreams can generate is like this. And you're right, this is an unbelievable show. The energy is completely contagious.
Have a look at the fighters. Have Have you ever seen an opening ceremony like this? There's Ray Sefo in the back. Ray returning to K-1 here tonight. Such vibrance, such atmosphere, such energy that always surrounds Dynamite. Dynamite is not meant to be taken as a night of fight to contribute to mixed martial arts rankings. It is a night of celebration. A night for us to finish off the year with a bang. Mixed martial arts and K-1 rules. And just a night mayhem for everyone to enjoy themselves.
Man, fantastic. I mean, it's just great to see such a huge mixed martial arts event with such a positive energy. You know, it's so great. It's not just a mixed martial arts event. Dynamite is an entire show.
Kid Yamamoto, one of the men who Dynamite was built around over the years, that massive ratings winner when he fought Genki Sudo a few years ago at Dynamite in the main event. It's Masato's responsibility here tonight. And of course that dual main event, Satoshi Ishii, we finally get to see the man who every major organization in the world tried to sign. We've got him here tonight at Dynamite. It wouldn't be Dynamite without the crazy screaming lady, Lenny Hart. Great to have her in the house once again.
I wonder if this is the Japanese version of We Are the World. I'm not sure.
There's a cigarette lighter when we need one, Guy and Jason.
Yeah, everyone put their phone up. Put their phone up. Hit the lights.
This is just incredible. 19 fights on tonight's card. There's Gegard Mousasi and McGuire clapping along.
You know, I know to the American audience this looks kind of odd, but it totally changes the entire feeling of this entire huge arena.
It raises the energy in an almost shamanistic way.
Yes.
This no longer becomes a fight. It becomes a real event, you know. This is something that people are going to talk about. You know, hey, you remember when you went to this event? Because we noticed that there's some younger kids here, and that's something they're going to be remembering, you know, from a long time from now. That's for sure.
Listen to the ovation for this man. Can he perform another miracle here? Minowa Man and Sokaju meeting in the final of the Super Hulk tournament. Big Daddy Gary Goodridge is back in action, taking on Gegard Mousasi.
A living legend, really. A fighting legend.
Yeah.
And there's another fighting legend. There's Gegard Mousasi, Dream Champion, Strikeforce Champion.
Yeah, he is a future legend.
He's definitely one of those new fighters.
Nishijima, former World's Cruiserweight Boxing Champion, takes on a former 6-time World's Kickboxing and Muay Thai Champion, making his return to K-1 after 1 year and 2 weeks away from K-1, Sugar Ray Sefo.
Sengoku, Zenmen Taikousen, Musametsu Wanmachi, Izumi Hiroshi,
introduction of our combatants here tonight. Dream versus Sengoku. Shibata and Azumi will kick off the Dream versus Sengoku series. And he'll talk it all, taking on the last-minute replacement for Marlon Sandro, Jongman Kim. Michihiro Omigawa, Sengoku star, actually came in at 65 kilos of the weigh-in. Though this is an under 64 kilo fight, had to lose a kilo. He takes on the swinging Hiroyuki Takaya, who made it to the final against Bibiano Fernandez in the Featherweight Grand Prix. A match that should have happened many years ago. It's finally happening tonight. One of the harder ones to call, Akihiro Gono representing Sengoku takes on one of Dream's true superstars, Hayato Maha Sakurai.
Quote me on this, that should be a fantastic fight.
You were right, Mayhem. This is one I'm really looking forward to. It looks like Sakurai has left the Korean barbecue out of his diet over the last month, and he's come in shape here tonight.
I'll be honest, I think this is the most competitive, evenly matched fight on the whole card.
On top of that, both guys coming off losses got something to prove for the pride of Japan.
This is the fight that I think could be the show stealer. Kazuo Masaaki, the Grabaka hitman, representing Sengoku, takes on Mini Tyson, No Mercy, Melvin Manhoff.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, this could run away. That could be a barn burner.
You get the feeling that one's just not going to go the distance.
Hell no.
No, listen, Manhoff never has a boring fight. He's never has a boring fight.
And you get the feeling this one won't go the distance either. The man with the biggest neck in mixed martial arts history, Kazuki Fujita, former Pride legend, takes on Ubereem, Alistair Overeem. This one's going to be over in a hurry, Guy Miska.
Yeah, I mean, it should be. I mean, everyone kind of thinks it's kind of a give-me fight for Overeem. But, you know, Fujita is he's a very, very good wrestler. And if he can impose himself on there, then this fight can be a little bit more competitive than we originally thought.
Yeah, Overeem has promised to end it in under 3 minutes. Good Lord, we'll see.
Could this man effectively end the career of Kid Yamamoto? The stakes really are that high. You feel if Kanahara beats Kid, Kid may very well have the gloves. It's a must-win situation for Kid Yamamoto here tonight. Another of the stars, Mayhem. The Dynamite has always been built around Kid Yamamoto.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Yamamoto has all the skills, but he had a layoff a little while ago and came back and has been losing. So this is a do or die. 0-3 in 2009 is not good.
Kazunori Yokota, representing Sengoku, takes on the Crusher Kawajiri. What an ovation, as you'd expect, Guy Mezga, for one of the biggest stars of Japanese mixed martial arts.
I like Kawajiri, man. I like his style. Again, he's one of those guys that really rarely has a boring fight. He pours it on. I expect him to win, to be honest, on this fight. And I would love to see him take on Ioki for the title.
Mizuto Hirota. It is going to be champion versus champion. Hirota, the Sengoku champion, takes on the Rubber Man, the Bucker Survivor, Shinya Aoki. Mayhem, this one is going to be epic.
I like this for Aoki, man. He is phenomenal in a lot of ways, and I think he's improved his stand-up, and it's just a phenom on the ground. Aoki
comes in as a favorite with the Vegas bookmakers minus 350. Hirota at plus 280.
オリンピックっていうのは、自分の中で全然踏み台なんで、地球上で60億分の1になることです。この戦国盛り上げてください。よろしくお願いします。
was a time very recently when a man named Satoshi Ishii was the most sought-after fighter in the world. UFC tried to sign him. Dream tried to sign him. Strikeforce tried to sign him. He ended up with Sengoku. We end up with his mixed martial arts debut here tonight at Dynamite. Mayhem, I know you've got some thoughts on this one. Ishii and Yoshida, how do you see it going down?
I'm going with the voice of experience, pounding Ishii into the mat.
Big call, Mayhem, big call.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that Yoshida does not stop until this fight is over. It's gonna be a finish.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's a gutsy call. I think he's a tough guy, but I think the problem is he's going against a guy who's just younger.
Yeah, well,
もうずっと挑戦でしょ、俺も格闘家人生。必要とされなければね、俺の仕事場がなくなるっていう感覚だったから。でもそういう時逃げてたら今の俺は絶対ないし、逃げたいけど一番辛い道を進むのが一番成功の近道だと俺は思ったんですね。
本当に一つのことを一生懸命頑張ると本当にいいことがあるんだなっていうふうに今日本当に思います。
いやもうこれはもう完璧に運命で俺が彼を倒して終わるっていう運命です。いや俺挑戦しないと終わっちゃうよ。死ぬまで挑戦でしょ。
Former two-time K-1 Max World Champion Andy Sauer, a seemingly flawless fighter and maybe the most decorated kick fighter of all time, Andy Sauer. And listen to this ovation in a moment. There he is! They're on their feet at the Saitama Super Arena! What a moment! Masato in his retirement fight. Mayhem, every hair on my body, there's none on my head. Every other hair just stood on end.
yeah, definitely. I can feel the energy in the room. It's a very emotional time for the Japanese fans.
This is incredible. Masato's retirement fight. A two-time K-1 Max World Champion. He is going out on top. It's a very rare thing in fight sports that a fighter still on top of his game calls it quits. But Masato has always said he wants to finish his career when he chooses. He's chosen tonight, and his opponent is a man he has never beaten in 2 previous attempts. Will Andy Sauer make it 3-0, or will Masato finally beat Sauer and retire on a winning note? 37,000 people here at Saitama Super Arena will be going absolutely bananas for those 2 main events. Ishii, Yoshida, Masato and Sauer. The fight minus 145, Sauer plus 150. And that is Dynamite.
K-1 甲子園3年目の今年、戦いは全国予選から最高の熱気に包まれた。今夜激戦のトーナメントを勝ち上がった4人の高校生が日本一をかけ激突。未来のマサトは誰だ。
マサト選手みたいになりたいです。
ディフェンディングチャンピオンヒロヤ君が連覇に挑む。2003年11歳の少年は人生の目標を見つけた。
将来のスーパースター、天才だから。
2007年夢への第一歩を踏み出した少年は世間を驚かせた。
マサトさんに自分が認めてもらいたいっていうか、見てほしかった。
2008年夢の一つ、強さの象徴を手に入れた。 しかし
今年引退することを決意しました。
憧れ続けたあの人が今日リングを去る。勝負の厳しさを拳で教えてくれた。ずっとその背中を追いかけてきた。ずっと目標でいてくれると思っていた。でも今日が最後だからこそ、
明日はしっかりと男になって確実に優勝したいと思います。
しかし驚異の1年生現る。
ヒロヤ選手最後の K-1 甲子園なので、自分が最後きっちり倒して
年上の強豪を次々撃破し、余裕でベスト4に進出。怪物1年生ノイリ正明君、あまりの強さに大人ですら病院送りに。
ひろや君を見た時以上のすごい高校1年生が出てきたなっていう。
そんな怪物君が抱く大きな野望。
3連覇できるのは自分しかいないんで、優勝して、3連覇につなげたいです。
ひろや君ピンチ。マサトが引退する今夜、連覇で花を添えることはできるのか。
マサト選手みたいになりたいです。
K-1 甲子園準決勝、王者ひろや君の熱き思いか、怪物1年生が新時代を作るのか。
ただいまよりフィールズダイナマイト勇気の力2009第1試合 K-1 甲子園準決勝第1試合を行います。
And now for the K-1 and KOSHIEN match.
青コーナーよりノイリー正明選手、赤コーナーよりヒロヤ選手の入場です。
In the blue corner, Masaaki Noiri versus in the red corner, Hiroya.
It is semi-final number 1 of the K-1 KOSHIEN Under-18 High School Championship as the defending champion, Hiroya. The teenager touted to be if the next Masato makes his way to the ring. He first competed in the K-1 KOSHIEN tournament back in 2007 at Dynamite, placed runner-up on that occasion. Last year at Dynamite he captured the title and he's here to defend it in what will be his last shot as a KOSHIEN fighter. He turns 18 in January, does Hiroya. Based in Thailand, his father in the corner. A student at St. John's High School in Thailand. A K-1 record of 14-1 for Hiroya. An amazing record. His last loss was back at Dynamite 2007 against Udai, and since then he's been on an amazing undefeated streak. Coming off a win over Ryuya Kusagabe by a split decision on October 26 at the Yokohama Arena. Before that, a victory over Kohei Nishikawa, and before that, a cracking win over American mixed martial artist Kiko Lopez at the Budokan, in which Lopez had Hiroya in trouble early. Over the ropes in true Muay Thai fashion, as all Muay Thai fighters do, goes Hiroya.
青コーナー174センチ 61.4 キログラムノイリー正明。赤コーナー167センチ 62.0 キログラムヒロヤ。レフェリー久保坂、ジャッジ友武勝本豊永。
It is K-1 KOSHIEN, semi-final number 1, Hiroya versus Masaaki Noiri. We are set for 3 by 2-minute rounds, no extra rounds in case of a draw. The winner to face either Katsuki Ishida or Shota Shimada in the final. 3 knockdown rule in any round is in application in the final of the tournament. 2 knockdown rule in the semi-final stage. Final instructions from our center referee. It is the height and reach advantage going the way of Masaaki Noiri in the blue. A knockout result from a 5 count as opposed to the usual 10 count. 2 knockdowns in 1 round, the fight is over. 3 knockdowns when it comes to the final later tonight, and the fight is over. Who will be the first, can you say man through guy? Who will be the first boy through to the final of the
Maybe
KOSHIEN?
young buck through? Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I mean, these aren't, listen, these guys strap it on, they're not boys. They don't fight like boys. I mean, they're deceptive, you know, they're deceptively thin guys because they're Japanese, but these are 17-year-old boy here, about to turn pro.
First round of action, Michael Chiavello, Guy Mezga, and Jason Mayhem Miller with you. It is Noiri in the blue, Hiroya the champion and the favorite in the red gloves.
It's amazing how comfortable Hiroya looks right now. Even in the opening rounds, he just looks like a precision instrument right now.
It is just the excellence of execution in everything Hiroya throws. Cracks a round kick off the back leg to the upper left rib cage.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
For as young as he is, there's no wasted motion right here. Look how comfortable and calm he looks right now.
Ooh, nice front kick to the face.
Yeah, definitely.
Hiroya does tend to be a slow starter. Usually he picks up the pace halfway through the second round, as most Muay Thai fighters do, especially given that Hiroya is based in Thailand. Snappy jab inside thigh kick from Noiri.
I'll tell you something, Noiri's got his work cut out for him, because not only does he have to win this fight against his opponent, but he's got to win against the crowd, and you know that's going to be a tough, it's a tough one to go. But he's doing a good job. I mean, you know, I think he's really putting the techniques together a little faster, a little bit sharper.
Oh yeah,
like
definitely.
that. Ooh, man, right there. Oh, yeah.
Solid uppercut. Rocks the chin down behind the knee. Hiroya dropped to one knee. The referee says no, he dropped to one knee momentarily.
Oh, my goodness, that's a knockdown.
Masaaki Noiri opening up like a house on fire here in the first round.
Little too calm from Hiroya. I mean, he's judging too much and letting Noiri pour it on.
Noiri needs to pick it up, though. He's got to hurt. Oh, nice shot. It hurt.
Yeah, he looks like he's already got Hiroya hurt.
Oh, another kick. Round kick from Noiri in the right hand. Smack bang on the kisser.
Looking for the upset is Noiri.
Noiri capitalizing on the fact that Hiroya is slow out of the gate.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably the smartest thing to do. I mean, I'm sure his corner told him to do that.
Yeah,
go through.
Pounce on him, baby. Pounce on him.
He's definitely ran away with this round, that's for sure.
Into the first round, we go to the towel. Sexy beast guy Mezga locked that one away for a rampaging Masaaki Noiri.
Yeah, easily won that. In fact, it should be a 10-8 round because that was a knockdown. You touch a knee on that, you're down. You know, he went down because he was hurt, not because he slipped. He lucky because this should be a 10-8 round.
Look at the high knee.
Look at that knee.
Great, phenomenal technique right there. Yeah, that was a really good round for Noiri. I mean, I had commented earlier that Hiroya looked so comfortable. Well, he got a little too comfortable and started getting tagged with all those shots. Excellent use of the technique. Excellent use of that high left knee.
You see the supporters from the various camps of Hiroya and Noiri. This is all the Hiroya family and the Hiroya crew.
Well, they can't like that first round,
yeah,
let me tell you.
They need to be cheering some, they need to pick up the cheering a little bit.
It has always amazed me how Muay Thai fighters do tend to start so slowly. I can understand the Thais in Thailand starting slowly because they bet on the fights. But other than that, outside of Thailand, and especially a lot of Western fighters and Japanese fighters who start slowly, like Hiroya, I never understood at Mayhem. We don't bet on the fights here in Japan.
Yeah, well, it's just a matter of their style being more comfortable. They're taught to be more relaxed in there. And if someone comes out guns blazing like Noiri did, you go.
And Guy, that's what Noiri did, and he did it effectively. Pounced on Hiroya, backed him up and tagged him.
Yeah, he needs to continue with this. I think the only thing that Noiri needs to do now is make sure that when he steps off from his attack, he needs to take angles and not step straight back.
Hiroya off the back leg early on here, needs to bring the hands into action. That's the strong point of Hiroya.
Nice
front kick upstairs.
I'll tell you what, that front kick doesn't have a lot of power in it, but it is fast.
Yeah, I think it may have woke Hiroya up a little bit. That first round went going so bad. I mean, he's got a lot more rounds to fight if he wants to win this tournament.
Noiri also uses his right cross as a lead punch, which is very effective and has frustrated Hiroya, as we saw again on that occasion.
Oh, good knee. Did you see that knee?
Yeah.
Oh.
Especially a real tall fighter using that straight right, like far like he does, man, it's working out good.
I'll tell you about Noiri. Another thing too is every time he gets hit or something, he's firing straight back. He's throwing a 2-3 punch combination.
Yeah, don't let him get away with nothing.
Yeah, nice knee. Anytime he takes something, he gives 2 or 3 things back.
Hiroya not able to get through the double forearms guard. Wild uppercut there from Noiri. Just walks through Hiroya.
Oh, my goodness. That's got to hurt.
Noiri showing no respect here to Hiroya. Hiroya's record 14-1. Noiri only 2-0 in K1. And he rocks the head back again.
Straight left. That was beautiful.
Hiroya doing a quick count of his teeth.
I tell you, his corner needs to wake this brother up, because he's doing a lot more this round, but he's not throwing enough techniques.
Yeah.
Noiri is throwing 4, 5, 6 techniques to his 1.
Yeah, it seems like the power goes over to Hiroya, but man, Noiri is just pouring it on.
Oh, another knee on the inside as he was falling back. You see that? That was beautiful.
Yeah, those straight knees are coming in.
Oh,
good uppercut. Pops it off the backhand as Masaaki Noiri once again just owning Hiroya with the boxing, which is very rare indeed. Final 10 seconds of the second round. It's certainly been Masaaki Noiri's round, and he finishes with a high Mawashigiri off the back leg. Mezga Noiri all the way for me in the second.
Yeah, easily won that one too. I'll tell you what I'm impressed by all these athletes though, is how good their boxing is. You don't really see that a lot out of the Japanese fighters or the Thai boxing fighters. You see that more in the U.S., but these guys' boxing skills are very good.
Yeah, real sharp and technical. I mean, both guys definitely exhibited some great hands in that
good
round.
Defense. They really, both of them had some very good defense.
Hiroya, the defending K-1 KOSHIEN under-18 champion. The winner of this one goes through to the final to take on either Katsuki Ishida or Shota Shimada. So far, we have the underdog Masaaki Noiri winning after 2 rounds, unofficially, of course. And once again, Hiroya's supporters will need to be very loud. Mayhem, what does Hiroya need to do for the final 2 minutes?
You know, I think the most effective thing that he could do really right now is start putting his combinations together and really land hard shots. I think he may need a knockout to win the fight. And, you know, under these rules, knockout is 2 5-second knockdowns, you know, so we shall see going into number 3.
Yeah, I agree with you, Mayhem. There, he needs to start throwing power. He needs to do away with the things that aren't going to be landing hard. He needs to be pressing the fight. He needs to use his big body to push him up against the ropes and start working.
I think really it's a matter of creating the angle and then landing the strikes, because he's coming straight forward. Noiri's coming straight forward and damaging him, really running him around the ring.
Yeah, he's the bigger fighter too, but he's getting pushed around by the smaller fighter.
Good uppercut again, just threads it through off the backhand as Noiri in the double forearms guard. Hiroya caught him with a hook and Noiri answers back. He kicks to the back leg, fires a Mayagiri, puts him on one knee, surely a count now. Referee says no. Body shot from Hiroya. And Noiri wants to go toe-to-toe and still won't let Hiroya penetrate his guard.
I think Noiri needs to be real disciplined right here. He can't get in a slugfest because this kid punches hard.
Yeah, I'll tell you. Oh, nice. There, hurt him with that right hand.
Definitely hurt him with the right hand.
Noiri looking for the knees on the inside, trying to lock on a clinch. Referee warns him no clinching allowed under these K-1 KOSHIEN rules. Hiroya fires a right hand, but he telegraphed that one.
Yeah, Hiroya has come alive in this 3rd round, but is it, will it be enough?
Yeah, and he's not devastated with it. He's basically just hurt him. That's about it. because Noiri, he's throwing good technique still. I mean, he steals the thunder. Every time he gets hit hard with something, he fires back 2 or 3 things.
Less than a minute left. We'll see what happens thus far.
Look at the work rate here. Look at the skill. Look at the excellence of execution. Can you believe these are 2 teenagers in center ring?
Good Lord. Man, Japan has...
How about the fact they've only had maybe, a dozen kickboxing fights between them all, too? I mean, they're fighting like guys that are seasoned, 20, 35 pro fights.
Trainer front kicks in center ring. Hiroya goes
nice
all over the
shot.
section. Nicely done. Gets on the inside of the left hand, does Hiroya.
Oh, man.
Oh, another good knee.
Looking close here.
Oh, my goodness.
Knee strikes are very effective from Hiroya, but both fighters looking a bit fatigued now.
All tied up, nowhere to go. Referee separates them, 10 seconds remaining in the fight. Has one of them got a Hail Mary shot? Hiroya throws it, goes for the headache maker, doubles up, make it in triplicate, make it 4 right hands. And nothing tagged cleanly. It's going to go down to the judges. Certainly the 3rd round guy was Hiroya's best round, but did he leave his run to the finish line too late?
Well, I think he won that round, but not impressively enough to get a 10-8 round, nothing like that. I mean, should be Noiri's round. I mean, Noiri's fight. It'll be interesting to see what happens here. Oh, nice headbutt.
Yeah, it's definitely some good punches land from Hiroya in that round. I mean, you could tell him, he took him off his game. All I know is whoever's going to the next fight of the tournament, whoa, they just did work in this round of the tournament. They're going to be a little bit tired.
Winner of this one to take on either Ishida or Shimada. A lot of nails being bitten over in the Hiroya clan.
Not very confident, the Hiroya clan looking.
Yeah, well, they shouldn't be.
37,000 fans on hand here at the Saitama Super Arena. We were sold out 1.5 weeks ago.
I mean, look at the body type. They don't even look like they're in the same weight class. I mean, the physical side.
30対29 青ノイリ
One for Noiri. One more judge and he's got it.
29対28青ノイリ
He has done it! Noiri has pulled off the upset!
Yeah, the underdog coming through with the win.
I tell you what, Mayhem, even to call him an underdog is a huge understatement because nobody gave Masaaki Noiri a chance here.
Yeah, he did some fantastic techniques, came in shape, and I'm really looking forward to seeing him fight the rest of the tournament.
And a very good game plan. I'll tell you, you got to tell his coaches, you got to shake their hands too, because great game plan.
Yeah, he effectively controlled the distance with the front kick and then came off on angles and really scored a lot of good shots.
Yeah, incredible angles with those punches.
Yeah, great, man. It was a great fight.
So Masaaki Noiri continues to the final of the Koshien, and coming up next, semi-final number 2, Shota Shimada, Katsuki Ishida.
今まで試合を見に来てくれなかったお母さんにチケットを渡すと、
ああ、ここまで来たんやな。勝って喜んでるシーンをやっぱ見せたいですね、生で。
勝つ気あんのかよ、それでよ。もうしっかりやろう、ほんとよ。
対するは格闘技界の星飛雄馬、島田翔太君。空手の師範であるお父さんから星一徹張りの指導を受けてきた。スパルタ教育が実を結び、昨年はベスト4に進出。今年が最後の K-1 甲子園、親子二人三脚で悲願の日本一へ。
今年こそは絶対にベルト取ってお父さんと喜びたいですね。
K-1 甲子園準決勝、家族への思いを力に変え決勝に進出するのはどっちだ。
ただいまより第2試合 K-1 甲子園準決勝第2試合を行います。
And now for the second and K-1 KOSHIEN match.
青コーナーより石田勝樹選手、赤コーナーより島田翔太選手の入場です。
In the blue corner, Katsuki Ishida. In the red corner, Shota Shimada.
It is semi-final number 2 of the K-1 KOSHIEN Under-18 High School Championship. Katsuki Ishida and Shota Shimada. Interesting, in the pre-fight video we saw footage of Ishida and his family, with his mum telling him, if your grades drop, you're going to have to quit fighting. Very interesting. And actually, Katsuki Ishida has dedicated tonight's fight to his mum, and Shota Shimada said he's doing it for his dad. An amazing record for Katsuki Ishida, only 17 years old, and already in amateur kickboxing he is 60-0, 2-0 in K1 alone. His opponent Shimada has a K1 record of 5-1 with 1 knockout victory. He's the older at 18 years old. The winner will go through to the final to take on the rampaging Masaaki Noiri, who took out the 2008 champion and favourite Hiroya in semi-final number 1. Which means just a massive opportunity here now, Mayhem, for one of these two.
Yeah, if my mom would impose those rules on me, I would have never started fighting. Yeah, this should be fantastic. I love to see these young guys really putting it all on the line in front of a crowd of, looks like 1 billion from where I'm sitting.
What a moment. 17 years old, 18 years old, fighting in front of 37,000 live fans. Not to mention the many millions watching around the world, and especially here in Japan, where the ratings are expected to peak for Dynamite on TBS to just incredible heights. Here's Bomber Mario.
青コーナー168センチ 61.2 キログラム、石田勝樹。赤コーナー 176.5 センチ 61.9 キログラム、島田翔太。
Once again, we are set for 3-2, 5 count in application, 2 knockdown rule also in application. Look at the Saitama Super Arena. An amazing view. Shota Shimada, who is the Shin Karate #1 ranked lightweight fighter in the country. Shin Karate, of course, is full contact karate. You can kick all regions of the body, you can punch to the body, but not to the face. It is full contact gi fighting, not unlike Kyokushin Karate. Meanwhile, Katsuki Ishida, an amateur kickboxing record, as I said, 60-0 overall, 2-0 in K-1 KOSHIEN. He comes off a win over Scarf Fuji on October 26th. Shimada off a win against Hiroki Akimoto, also at the Yokohama Arena on October 26th. Once again, the Shin and Instant protectors are mandatory in all of our K-1 KOSHIEN fights. The young men are taught to respect each other, respect the fans. And we are ready. Who will face Noiri in the final of the K-1 KOSHIEN?
I mean, how can you really not respect these guys for what they're doing? Such young competitors and getting in there, put it all on the line.
Michael Chiavello, Guy Mezger, and Jason Mayhem Miller with you. All part of Fields Dynamite 2009. We've got two orthodox fighters in center ring. In the blue gloves is Ishida, in the red gloves is Shimada. Shimada with the height and reach. Inside thigh kick from Shimada, just testing the waters. Good front kick in the midsection from Ishida.
Wow, amazing technique there. Strange way to avoid the leg kick, jumping over it.
They touch gloves in center ring. You can hear the chants going up from the back of the arena, the back of the auditorium for both of these camps. High left round kick, straight right hand, trying to crush through Shimada. And he brings it back to center ring, moving around nicely on the balls of his feet is Shota Shimada. He is considered the favorite in this one, is Shimada in the red.
Yeah, Shimada looks real comfortable. He has a wide stance where he keeps his arms far away from his face. Kind of baiting Ishida into getting hit.
Ishida's got to get on the inside. He likes to work the hands. That's where he's been most effective in his two previous K-1 KOSHIEN fights. Eats a front kick, tries to sweep out the support leg, and the referee calls break. Catch and sweep is not permitted under K-1 rules. It's a Muay Thai technique. Look for a counter right hand at the center corridor off the leg kick there, did Ishida. Good counter right hand again and a high left round kick. Outside thigh kick to the lead leg.
Shimada's countering very well here. He's throwing great counter punches every time.
Yeah, Ishida has not got a chance to step in. And look at that, a jump flying knee. Pretty nice. Almost found its mark there.
Ooh, a high right round kick, left round kick, doubles up on it to the upper right rib cage. Does Shota Shimada, final 10 seconds. And a good round for Shimada. Gave the little karate salute there on that almost knockdown. Spinning heel kick was nicely done. Catch and sweep on the bell. Sneaky tactic there from Ishida, and he apologizes. Into the first round, Guy Mezger. How did you see it?
Well, definitely Shimada's round. He did a really good job of, I said it earlier, he's doing a really good job of countering. Nice shot right there. And he's keeping he's keeping Ishida at the end of his punches. So he's not taking any damage, he's delivering the damage, you know? And look at nice knees inside there. It was a great counter. You know, what Shimada's corner needs to tell him to do is continue what he's doing. And he needs to throw the knees a little bit more, though, when every time Ishida steps in. Ishida needs to attack on angles. He needs to create, he needs to create a little bit more angles in his attack because he's getting hit every time he steps in.
This is Shota Shimada's father we are seeing here. Shimada's family and friends. I want to get myself one of those little plastic megaphones. And we cross over to the family and friends of Katsuki Ishida.
Wow. They brought flags and everything. Man, my parents never showed up to anything like this. Good Lord.
There's the mum who's the hard taskmaster, Mayhem. She's looking up going, if your grades fall, if you fail math and algebra, you're out of here.
Doesn't matter if you're a superstar here at Saitama Arena.
Yeah.
If he wins tonight, it's straight home to do his homework. We are ready to roll. Second round of action. Shimada in the red, Ishida in the blue.
Well, Ishida also, he needs to throw in that right round kick to the ribs because Shimada's holding, nice. He's holding his hand, the left hand a little bit high. He needs to, land that round kick into the ribs.
Ishida's got that beautiful counter right hand Miami loves to use over and over again.
Yeah, this is the beginning of this round is how Ishida wants to fight. If he can keep going forward with those hands like that, he can make it happen. I mean, if he keeps out here in this range, see, it's all Shimada's game.
The long arms, the long legs of Shota Shimada coming into play. Wants to sit behind the jab, sit behind the leg kicks.
Yeah, I mean, you can't play that game if you're fighting a taller fighter. If you stand out here where Ishida is standing in his range, there you go. You need to move forward with that right hand. There you go.
Tried to counter with the right hand off the front kick of Shota Shimada. All tied up. Referee breaks him, says no clinching. 1 minute remaining here in the second round of 3. Long-reaching front kick off the lead leg from Shimada. Double jab, right hand outside thigh. He just chomps down on the quadriceps. Sneaky left hand on the inside. There's the right to the jawline from Ishida.
The hands are really landing now. I mean, that's what Ishida needs right now.
Good outside leg kick from Shimada.
Shimada's kicks are landing though too. He's he's getting punched, but he's landing great body kicks and knees.
And the more he lands those leg kicks, particularly to the lead leg, the more difficult it's going to be for Ishida to punch effectively, especially off that rear hand.
Yeah, the straight right keeps finding its home with Ishida. Ishida just keeps landing that straight right, and you know, Shimada can't take more of those.
High knee from Shimada, trying to go for the meet and greet. Referee calls time.
An illegal knee.
Maybe warning for a clinch here, I think, the referee.
Clench knee.
Ishida's mother keeping a close eye on proceedings. If he loses, maybe she'll ground him. Ooh, left hook there from Ishida. Doubles up and it fires the right hand. Fell short of the target. Second one didn't. Good, solid second stanza. One more to go, Guy. And this one is still anyone's for the taking.
Yeah, that was a very, very good round. But I think, you know, I think that Shimada lost that round. So, you know, his corner's got to be telling him he's got to pick the pace up more. You know, he's doing a good job of doing countering and moving back, but he's not moving back on angles, and he's getting caught with that right hand.
And Mayhem, I was about to say, it looks like that right hand would be the best opportunity should Ishida get on the inside. That could be the one he could use to drop Shimada.
Yeah. And between round 1 and 2, Ishida's corner must have said, hey, you got to use your right hand and keep moving forward, because if you stay out in this range, you are going to get battered. And that's what happened in round 1, but round 2 went a lot better for Ishida. I see it being anybody's fight at this point.
Oh, one of them's dusted off the grandmother here tonight. That would be Shimada's grandmother.
Hey, you better be careful about making fun of his grandmother. He's going to come up here and find you.
And back to the mother of Katsuki Ishida. She looks very stressed, doesn't she?
Yeah, she looks overbearing. I mean, I can just tell by looking at her.
She got to know, Mom, this has got to be tough on Mom to watch this.
She's no Japanese Florence Henderson, that's for sure.
Oh, boy.
We are ready to roll. Third round of action, as Guy said. Still anyone's fight for the taking here. Who will face Masaaki Noiri backstage? K-1 KOSHIEN Under-18 High School Championship. This, of course, will be Shimada's last tilt at the title. He is already 18. Ishida is 17 years old.
Shimada's starting to find his range, try to keep him away, and Ishida just looking for that angle to get inside.
Ishida immediately trying to find the target with that straight right hand. Almost takes a knee up the backside. Glances towards his corner to Shota Shimada. Circles off counterclockwise. He does that to stay out of range of that right hand.
Yeah, he's definitely, they told him to make an adjustment now. Now he's running away from the right hand. Really good to see these young guys make adjustments mid-fight.
There's the counter right. He's going to line it up again. Oh, left hook right hand. Nice combination from Ishida. Finds the target again. Outside thigh kick. And they are going toe-to-toe here in the third and final. Just the work rate is incredible here, Mayhem.
Yeah, Shimada's corner told him to get busy because, you know, he's not laying back like he did last round and getting tagged with that right hand and getting tagged with the hook. Now he's moving forward and starting to score.
And he's effectively using that left leg round kick, too. He's hit 4 or 5 hard body shots. That can't be good.
Oh, the uppercut almost put the chin through the top of the head. Takes a leg kick, does Ishida. Gut munching front kick and another jumping knee. 30 seconds remaining, third and final round. Who will steal it? Who will go kleptomaniac?
Yeah, fantastic round for both competitors. I mean, they're really going for it.
Tough one to call, huh?
No, I see this going to come down to this last 18 seconds.
Rib kick from Ishida, eats a right hand. Shimada's got to tuck the knees in here on the inside. He's getting owned with the punches. Solid uppercut from Ishida. There's the knee. Backs him into the neutral corner.
Ready, fight!
There it is, end of the third and final round.
Wow,
I don't know, Mayhem. Firstly, over to you, brother. This one is just so hard to call.
What a close fight. I mean, I'm going to say Shimada may have done just enough in that third round to clinch it.
Is the question, Guy Mezger, did Shimada land more of a range of technique? We know that knees will score well for him, leg kicks will score well, whereas Ishida predominantly relied on his hands.
but also too, if you look at damage, though, I think in the effectiveness of the techniques, I think Ishida, I think he pulled it out. I think he did just enough at this last little bit to win. But I'll be honest, I don't think either one of these guys showed enough to beat Noiri.
ジャッジ友武29対29ドロー。ジャッジ久保坂30対29。赤島田。
Second judge to Shimada.
30対29。赤島田。
And Shimada's done it. Devastation for Katsuki Ishida, who was a valiant young man. And there's Ishida's mother. Jubilation from the grandmother, the parents also of Shota Shimada. I believe at the end of the day, it was the higher repertoire from Shimada, being able to work the knees, the kicks, and the hands that did it over pretty much just the handiwork of Ishida.
Yeah, just being so effective with a variety of techniques. I mean, round one, he completely steamrolled him. Round two, wow, he got taken, but round three, he made the adjustments, made it happen, and now he got the win, gets to go on to the finals.
So there you have it, folks. The final is set. It will be Masaaki Noiri taking on Shota Shimada in the king of the under-18s. And coming up next, the final of the Super Hulk tournament. Kinnikuman top team members, get ready. Minowa Man versus Sokuju.
それは普通の人とはかけ離れた優れた能力を持つ人人間的可能性を極限まで実現した理想的人間的特にこれをザラトゥストラで力説したニーチェは人類の意識的進化の目標としてその育成と産出と未来に期待したそれを超絶対やめ
超人になりたい、プロレスラーになりたいっていう夢が本物になってますね。
夢は叶う。日本の超人ミノワンマン。体が小さく全速勝ちだった少年は男の子なら誰もが一度は抱く夢を持っていた。
筋肉マンみたいになりたいって思うようになりましたね。
だが病弱な少年を周りの大人たちは諭した。絶対無理やぞ。
先生に無理でしょ。夢を語る方がバカにされるんだね。中学高校って上がるたびに仲間とかいたんですけど、だんだん少なくなっていくんですよ。それでもう喋らなくなりましたよ、他の人たち。街がやるんだよね。
この街を出て東京へ。同じ夢を持つ仲間を探し道場の門を叩いた。しかし待っていたのは
やっぱ身長が足りないんでこういうのはダメなのかなと思ってまして、僕は諦めきれず。
向いていないことは自分が一番分かっていた。それでも
最後まで戦い抜く川島のクソ力じゃい。俺はプロレスラーだ。
仲間はいた。
気づいたらこんなにいっぱい同じ情熱を感じる仲間がこう集まっている場所があったんですよ。
ボブサムとチェ・ホンマンというスーパーハルクたちから奇跡の勝利。夢にまた一歩近づい
いろんな刺激だったりいろんな経験をして近づいてると思います。
絶対に無理なんてない。アフリカの大地が生んだ凶暴なる暗殺者、カメルーンのジャングル大帝サクジュ。ヘビー級らしからぬスピードと巨漢をなぎ倒す圧倒的パワー。特筆すべきはその凶暴性。ミノワマンの夢危うし。
I'm happy about to fight a big giant, big guy. So yeah, it will be fun to fight someone lighter than me. I'll make sure I knock him out.
ここまで来た。絶対に無理じゃなかった。今あの時の自分に声をかけてみる。
過去の自分にそうですね、諦めんなって言いたいです。
ミノワマン人生最大の大勝負。スーパーハルクトーナメント決勝戦、ミノワマン VS サカージュ。
ただいまより本日の第3試合スーパーハルクトーナメント決勝戦を行います。
And now for the third and Super Hulk Tournament match.
青コーナーより即時選手の入場です。
The real-life predator makes his way to center ring, Sokaju. Born in Homla, Cameroon, of course now living in California, training out of Team Quest. A judo stylist who won the 2001 US Judo Open Championship. A record of 7-5, 6 knockouts, 1 decision win. Comes off a loss to Gegard Musashi at Strikeforce Fatal versus Rogers on November 7. Made his way here to the final of the Super Hulk by first beating up on Jan Nortier at Dream 9, finishing Jan with ground and pound in just 150 seconds. And then he beat up on Bob Zapp, finished Bob only 91 seconds into the first round at Dream 11, also with vicious ground and pound. Before that win over Nortier at Dream 9, he'd been on a 2-fight losing streak with a loss to Babalu at Affliction in January. And before that, losing to Louis Arthur Kane at UFC 89 last October. What a moment here for the former Pride fighter. 2-0 in Pride, wins over Little Noggin, Ricardo Arona, both by KO. And can he become the Super Hulk champion here tonight? Do you fancy his chances, Mayhem?
Yeah, you know, I think that he has the tools necessary to dominate this fight early, quick, maybe in the first minute or two. I mean, Minoa Man's only chance in this fight, I think, is to get this thing to the ground, lock up a leg lock, and make him tap.
Now sit back and enjoy one of the greatest entrances in all of ring sports. We're about to see the emergence of Minoa Man.
Minoa Man 選手入場!
Yeah, baby! Listen to that ovation! Behold the glorious red Speedos! Nikolai Volkov, Tino Santana, eat your heart out! The red Speedos, the mullet, the Minowa Man Mania struts his way to center ring! What a moment for Minowa Man! The smallest man in the Super Hulk has made it through to the final by beating the two biggest men. First of all, he sub-bombed Sap, but then at Dream 11, in maybe one of the most epic submissions of the year, he made 7'2", 300-pound Hong Man Choi tap out. Minowa Man loves fighting the big boys. He took on Butterbean. He's taken on Giant Silver. Sap, Choi. Word is next year he's going to fight a humpback whale. Can he produce a miracle here tonight, yet again, and bring the house down?
両選手に花束の贈呈です。プレゼンターは MMA 未開の地、中国から来た超人、リュウ・ドゥリ選手です。身長208センチ、体重125キロ。超人対決に新星が名乗りを上げました。中国人口13億分の1、リュウ・ドゥリ選手より両選手へ花束の贈呈です。
Chinese wrestler Liu just presenting flowers to the combatants here for the Super Hulk tournament. If they run a Super Hulk in 2010, we may very well see Liu as a participant.
Very confused look on Sokuju's face when receiving the flowers. He's not used to the customs here.
Yeah, he's definitely not used to the Japanese customs. He's probably thinking he's getting a date or something. I'll tell you about Sokuju though. He's taking this fight serious. I want to get he's taking his fight. He has dropped a little bit of weight than he normally is, and he looks like he's, ready to go those later rounds because, it's kind of been one of his weaknesses. He kind of fades.
Massive audience pop for Minowa Man. He is beloved around Japan and certainly around the world. All the members of Kinniku Top Team will be supporting him. I know they'll be also on the Bloody Elbow Night crew who are watching tonight's Dynamite event. Look at the capacity crowd, 37,000 strong here at the Saitama Super Arena. Super Hulk final being contested under Dream rules. It will be 3 5-minute rounds. Round by round judging on a 10-point must system and no kicks to the head of a grounded opponent. We are ready for the final. Minowa Man, the underdog with the bookmakers plus 265. Sokuju minus 325. Michael Chavello, Guy Mizga, and Jason Mayer Miller with you.
Real quick though, a note that needs to be made is that this is a 10-point must system. Round by round, which is different than they normally score in the Japanese fighting, which is it's more like the UFC and Strikeforce.
Yeah, they've also changed up usually the first round is 10 minutes. This time these guys got a break, 5 minutes. It's a phenomenally long time to fight, but still not the 10 minutes they're used to.
Who will throw down first in the Super Hulk final? A very tentative start as Sokuju just tries to cut off the ring. Minowa Man looks like he's setting for the right hand. It'll be Sokuju with the size, with the strength, with the power. But Minowa Man is capable of those thrilling submissions should it go to ground. We also know Minowa Man has been particularly working on his striking in preparation for tonight.
Yeah, and that right leg being all taped up like that, Minowa Man's got to be looking at that like a packed lunch or a bento box.
Oh, you're not kidding.
Because, he's great with those leg locks. If he can get down to the ground, I don't see him trying to take that ankle home with them.
Yeah, I mean, a toe hold or a heel hook would light that knee up pretty quick.
Yeah, but these guys are both really tentative, I guess they really want to win the Super Hulk tournament.
Minowa Man, who is wearing the wrestling boots here to give him more traction should he shoot in on Sokuju, and he goes for a single leg on that back leg. Can't get it locked on though, and they tie up against the ropes.
Yeah, early on, Sokuju is phenomenally hard to take down. If you've seen in his other fights, in the opening minutes, he's hard to take down. If Minowa Man gets this takedown, it's going to be devastating for his confidence.
Yeah, I think that had some of the tentativeness of the fight here.
Pulls guard.
Yeah, why? And a half guard. He pulled half guard.
Yeah, he wants to be down on the ground for sure.
Uppercut from Sokuju. Big outside thigh kick, single leg here from middle man. Can he sweep up the support leg?
Amazing.
Ground and pound coming in from Sokuju. This is one of his greatest strengths. This is how he made it to the Super Hulk final. Middlewear's going to go for a submission. Sokuju tries to pull the leg out. It's that right leg you were talking about, Mayhem.
I told you. You know, he's really looking for that submission early on.